Rockstar just locked it in. Grand Theft Auto 6 has a release date, a cover, and a pre-order window that opens next week. And after more than a decade of waiting, the most anticipated game on the planet finally has a finish line you can mark on a calendar. You read that right, November. This November. The sequel that broke YouTube view records before anyone had even seen a second screenshot of gameplay is now, officially, a few months away from sitting on your shelf or your hard drive. And if you've been burned by every leak, every fake date, every blurry screenshot that turned out to be a mod of the last game, I get it. You've earned the right to be suspicious. But this one is straight from Rockstar's mouth, through VGC, dated, sourced, real. Let me walk you through exactly what just happened, because the details matter more than you think. Rockstar Games revealed the official cover art for Grand Theft Auto 6. They confirmed pre-orders open next week, and they locked in a November release window for the game. That is the entire factual core of the story, and every one of those beats is a tectonic plate shifting under the games industry right now. Because here's what a Rockstar release date actually means. It doesn't just mean a game is coming out. It means every other major publisher on Earth now has to decide whether they want to release their game anywhere near it. And most of them, historically, do not. When Rockstar plants a flag in a month, the calendar around that month empties out like a bar at closing time. Studios delay, marketing budgets get rewritten. Holiday shopping lists get rebuilt around one box. So when Rockstar says November, they are not just telling you when you can play, they are telling the entire industry where the gravity well is for the rest of the year. Now think about how long you have been waiting. The first trailer dropped back in late 2023 and rewrote every record YouTube had for a non-music video debut. Since then, the silence has been almost theatrical. Rockstar barely posts, Rockstar barely teases. Rockstar lets the rumor mill do the marketing for free, and the rumor mill has been on overtime, churning out alleged leaks, alleged map sizes, alleged character names, alleged everything. Most of it, you should assume, is noise. But the cover art is the signal. In Rockstar's playbook, the cover art reveal is the moment the machine actually turns on. It is the starting gun for the marketing campaign, the merchandise, the retailer displays, the pre-order pages that will absolutely melt servers next week. If you have ever tried to grab a special edition of a Rockstar game on day one of pre-orders, you already know what kind of chaos is coming. And if this is the kind of breakdown that actually respects your time, do me a favor and subscribe. There is going to be a lot more to untangle between now and November, and you want to hear it from someone who is not making numbers up. Okay, so let's talk about what's at stake here, because the financial side of this is genuinely wild, and it is the part most gaming channels are going to skip. Grand Theft Auto 5, the previous game in this series, has reportedly sold more than 200 million copies across its lifetime. 200 million. That is one of the best-selling pieces of entertainment software in human history, and it has been carrying Take-Two Interactive's balance sheet for over a decade. Every quarter, year after year, Grand Theft Auto Online has kept printing money long after most games of its era were forgotten. So the question is not whether the sequel will sell. The question is how much of the entertainment economy this single product is about to vacuum up in a single quarter. Analysts have spent years floating numbers that sound insane on paper, billion-dollar opening weekends, multi-billion-dollar launch quarters, and now those analysts have a date to plug into their spreadsheets. Which brings us to the pre-order window. Rockstar said pre-orders start next week. That sentence sounds simple. It is not. Pre-orders are the first hard data point anyone outside Rockstar will get about real demand. They are the first time the hype actually has to convert into credit card numbers. And in an economy where you are probably watching every subscription, every grocery bill, every gas station receipt with a little more care than you used to, the question of whether millions of people will still drop $70 or $80 or $100 on a single game in advance is a real question. You already know the answer, honestly. They will. They absolutely will. But the scale of it, that is the number to watch. Here's the other thing nobody is talking about yet. November is holiday season. November is when consoles get bought. November is when grandparents who do not know what a controller is walk into stores and ask the teenager behind the counter what game their grandkid wants. And the answer this year is going to be the same answer in every store on every continent. That kind of unified demand has not existed in gaming for a long, long time. It is also going to test the consoles themselves. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X have been out for years now, and this is the first true generational showcase that is going to push them with the full weight of Rockstar's technology stack behind it. If you have been on the fence about upgrading your hardware, November is the month the fence breaks. And what about PC? Historically, Rockstar makes you wait. Grand Theft Auto 5 came out on consoles in September of 2013 and did not arrive on PC until April of 2015. That is roughly a year and a half. Red Dead Redemption 2 followed a similar pattern. So if you are a PC player reading this and wondering whether you are getting in on day one, based on Rockstar's history, you should probably temper that hope. Nothing in this announcement confirms a PC date one way or the other, and until Rockstar says the words, you assume the historical pattern holds. Now let's talk about the leaks for a second, because you cannot tell the story without acknowledging the elephant. Back in 2022, Rockstar suffered one of the most damaging leaks in gaming history when early development footage of Grand Theft Auto 6 spilled out across the internet. The studio confirmed the breach. A teenager was later convicted in connection with it. Since then, every single rumor about this game has had to be filtered through the question of whether it is real, recycled from that leak, or completely fabricated by someone chasing clout. So when you see headlines in the next few weeks claiming insiders have revealed map details, character backstories, mission counts, or online features, treat them the way you would treat a stranger handing you a winning lottery ticket. Reportedly, allegedly, rumored. Those words exist for a reason. The only confirmed facts you have right now are the ones Rockstar themselves just put on the table. Cover art, pre-orders next week, November release, everything else is somebody's guess until Rockstar says otherwise. And here is where the story gets a little more human, because there is a cost to all of this that does not show up in the financial reports. Reporting over the last few years has documented serious crunch and burnout concerns inside the studios that build Rockstar's games. The push to ship a project of this scale on a hard date in a specific month falls on real people. Artists, engineers, QA testers, whatever you think of the final product when you finally play it, somebody spent years of their life making it possible, and a November date means the next several months inside those buildings are going to be brutal. That is not a knock on the game. It is just the truth of what it takes to make something this big land on time. So what should you actually do with this information? A few things. First, if you are planning to pre-order, mark next week. Rockstar pre-order pages have a long history of crashing storefronts. Going in early, knowing exactly which edition you want on which platform will save you a headache. Second, if you are budgeting around the holidays, this game is going to be a line item, and the special editions are almost certainly going to be priced at a premium that makes the base game look reasonable by comparison. That is the oldest trick in the collector's edition playbook, and Rockstar has used it before. Third, and this is the one almost nobody is going to tell you, be patient with the reviews. Rockstar games are enormous. The first week of impressions is never the full picture. Online components in particular tend to stumble on day one and become defining experiences 6 months later. If you are deciding whether this game is for you based on the first 48 hours of takes, you are going to get a wildly distorted read. Now zoom out. Think about what this date actually means for the wider games industry. Smaller studios are going to scramble to get out of November's blast radius. Some will move earlier into the fall, some will push into the new year. A few brave ones will plant their flag in the same window and bet that their audience is loyal enough to buy both. Most will lose that bet. Subscription services are going to feel it too. Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, every all-you-can-play buffet on the market is going to spend the next several months trying to convince you that you do not need to drop full price on one game when you could rent 100 others for a monthly fee. And the truth is, for the one specific game everyone on Earth is waiting for, those services have no answer. You cannot subscribe your way into Grand Theft Auto 6 on day one. You have to actually buy it. That is the leverage Rockstar has built. That is what a decade of patience and one cover art reveal actually buys you. So here is where you are right now. You know the game has a cover, you know pre-orders open next week, you know November is the month, you know the rumors that follow over the next several months should be treated as rumors until Rockstar confirms them. And you know that whatever you think about this franchise, you are about to watch one of the largest entertainment launches in modern history play out in real time. The wait, for the first time in over a decade, has an actual end date. And if your group chat is about to be unbearable for the next 5 months, that is just the price of admission for living through a launch like this one. If this breakdown helped you separate the signal from the noise, hit like and subscribe. When the pre-order pages go live next week, you are going to want someone in your corner who is reading the fine print.